big plan to have this culvert 100% funded. It has been included, it was sent to the Joint Traffic Committee and approved to go to Mass DOT. It is now on Mass DOT's Resilience Improvement Plan, or will be by the end of the month. So that qualifies it for no match federal funds. And we're working on a Protect grant. So this reached the top tier. So it's going in the federal Protect grant for full construction. And then there will be a regional MVP grant this April for the 16 communities in the Protect grant to pay for the engineering, final design for housing.
So, I'm just, for clarification, in our package, we have the bid tabulation of $73,900 for Fields and Thomas.
Next page.
Am I missing? But I see the email from Zach of 86.5, so we're asking.
Yeah, it is
It's the 86.5, that's just want to make sure we're all.
Where'd you pull them?
That's just the 6 tasks.
Six tech, okay, this is the entire project.
Yes.
Yeah, because when I added up page 13, it came to the 86 class, so it's right on.
Anybody got these columns up?
Yeah, I did.
6.5,
Yeah.
7.39.
Yeah.
Any other questions or comments?
I have a quick question. In terms of contracting, does the board need to review contract to sign it, or is there a possibility to expedite that given the time frame?
Is there a time restriction? I mean,
Yes, so the award was announced late, and procurement, or getting the request took a while because there was a request for an extension and an addendum. And given that's already January, they should be starting as soon as humanly possible because it's all outside. So it's kind of weather dependent, and while we don't have snow, it's trying to get a jump start on the first 17th.
Just to make a note, I added all these up, and it comes to 73,000. Even this whole column right here comes to 73,900.
That was a mistake on my part. The spreadsheet should have 14,000, and it's 1,400.
Okay, that makes sense.
As we're walking up against the time constraint here, what I would suggest, unless the board would like to do something different, why don't we make the contract available? Where's the contract?
I asked them for it,
Okay.
so they're prepared.
What I would be willing to do, if the board wants to vote to sign the contract, as soon as we get the contract, we can notify all of the board members that they want to come in and review it. If they've got a question or something that they have an issue with, revisit it. Otherwise, if it's pretty much standard boilerplate stuff, specific to the project, then we can just go ahead and sign it. Just my suggestion. If anybody else has something else, this is the time.
So do I. Randall, aye.
Kelly, aye. Thank you. Okay, next up, the town account reserve fund transfer request, veteran services officer, the amount of $3,980.48. And for the general insurance account, the amount of $3,364.20. you're asking that we take no action at this point till you can look at.
We're not asking, I guess we would recommend,
Okay.
and, that's
Okay. All right, so you're recommending that we, just hang on just a second, okay? You're recommending that we put this on hold until you can do some more research and know more options. Would that be fair to say? Okay. You have a question?
I have a comment, statement, background.
So it's, they file with us, but that's on your end.
Contract with another company, we just write in there, the picture of the signs, and take it out within 48 hours of the.
It should be part of the contract.
Part of the contract.
You know what I mean, until we get.
We'll add that in.
Yeah.
Whatever you guys say,
Yeah.
I think is the best.
Okay,
Thank you.
thank you very much. Anybody else have? Okay. All right, so that's on hold, but until we hear from thank you very much for coming in to explain that. Appreciate it. Okay, next up, we have the 2025 annual common victuals license for Villa Sophia's.
I'll make a motion, we approve the 2025 annual common victualers license for Villa Sophia. Second.
Questions or comments? Okay, all in favor?
Adams, aye. So do I.
And the line.
Kelly, aye. Okay, and at this point, the last business on here is the 5 licenses, the annual antique show. And as good fortune would have it, I'm spraying that in the middle of that one. So I'm going to excuse myself and turn this over to Mr. Randall. And at the end of this, just adjourn the meeting.
All right, up next on the agenda, we have the 2025 annual flea market owner operators licenses. Do we want to do these individually? Or do we want them in a group?
Who's gonna make it?
We have Green Acres Antiques LLC. We have Shelton Antique Shows, Mahogany Ridge LLC, Crystal Brook Holdings LLC, and Stern Antique Show.
I'll make a motion that we approve the 2025 annual flea market owner operators license for the following field owners: Green Acres Antique LLC, Sheldon Antique Shows, Mahogany Ridge LLC, Crystal Brook Holdings LLC, and Sternabon's Antique Shows.
Second that.
Any discussion?
Chris, just looking, so these guys all checked out, all